looked like the defensive backs got the better, especially in 7-on-7 and going into 11-on-11. They're breaking up a lot of passes. Do you think that was quarterbacks making bad reads or just good play all around?
I thought it was good play all around. I thought we moved the ball pretty well. We got some explosives. I thought they were competitive the whole time. So I didn't see too many that were contested. I don't have the numbers, but we completed most of them. But some of them I thought we could have gone further with. I thought they played. I thought defense played better in scale. I thought offensively we moved the ball pretty good in team. I thought scored some and moved the ball up and down the field in team.
What's it like being back in Lewiston?
It's good. It's good to be back in Lewiston. This is a great time of preparation for our squad, and people get to know one another, and we get to do a lot of work without distractions, and appreciate where everybody started playing football. Somewhere around junior high.
Are you able to use this as a bonding opportunity as well?
No question. We have the campus pretty much to ourselves, so I think that serves that in a big way.
Do you have a favorite part about this trip?
Really just the work. Just once you get about 3 days in, then stuff starts flowing. So I would say once you get things installed and you get in the routine, that's when it's the best.
Gage's, you kind of saw Gage's ability to improvise there on a few plays. You kind of fielded a bad snap and still made a touchdown out of it. Is that the same thing you kind of saw when you were recruiting him and then saw last year and the first time you guys played him in Eastern?
Well, he made 2 plays on scramble drill. I thought that was good, and I think he's doing some good things out there. I thought all the quarterbacks have been really competitive.
Gordon said when he threw that pick, he was checking out of a play call that came from the coaches. I would presume you were the one that made the call. Do you mind too much at this point in the season? Sort of, make the mistake now.
Well, I thought his check was fine. He shouldn't have forced the ball to the post. That was the biggest thing. And he had it initially. And just needs to put it out there. And then if he doesn't have that, then throw the slant.
How well do you think Gage became a part of the broader group, the bigger team?
Pretty good. I guess we're still kind of seeing that. I think the more reps he gets, the more the more that happens.
Is this something you guys are looking at down the road? Maybe more transfers at quarterback or whatever it might be, or do you guys want to sooner or later develop a younger guy into a 3-4 year type of role?
We don't worry about how many years as much as who's the best one. So we're just going to look for the best one. If we have depth problems, we'll look outside. If we don't, then we're good there. So it just kind of depends. It depends what our depth's like.
Liam, Ryan, and Fred kind of struck an early friendship when both got here at the same time, and they're both kind of very different in their personalities. Liam's loud and a little bit more brash, and Fred's one of the quieter guys. Do you find it funny that 2 guys with kind of different personalities and different vocal leadership styles are so close?
I think they both elevate each other. It doesn't surprise me a bit. I've seen it for years, but Fred was very steady and consistent early. Liam was explosive and less consistent, but as he's become more consistent, he's both explosive and consistent, and I think has really done a great job. The difference between last year and the year before last with Liam was huge, and so then he had a really good year last year.
And I know Fred will go down to stay with Liam and his family during breaks. Do you think it's helpful for the guys from American Samoa and other places to have a good friend who they can go and stay with, rather they obviously can't go back home for every break?
Yeah, no question, but they also have a lot of extended family. That's one thing really impressive about that culture is, if you're from the island there, everybody embraces you. So, they always kind of have friends wherever they're at, and I've always thought that was really impressive with regard to the Samoans and the island guys.
Is Gage the first time you've ever offered a scholarship to a player from FCS or a lower 4-year school?
No, he's not. There's been several. Emmerich could probably give you a list. I just don't recall off the top, but no, there's been several, and some have been really good. It just depends. But yeah, no, throughout 20 years or so, there's been a lot. Kind of probably one every other year or something.
Do you find the talent level at the lower levels of four-year football is more viable for FBS schools?
Do what?
Could
Is that-
more FCS D2, D3 guys play FBS these days?
It depends how they develop. In most cases, those guys that go from 1AA to 1A are guys that were later developers. You know, they maybe out of high school they didn't get the attention, and then they developed as they started playing. Or maybe sometimes it grows spurts, sometimes they just get faster, sometimes they're just overlooked.
Have you recruited other guys from Saginaw, Michigan? Will Rogers is from there in the past, whether Tech or here.
No, not that I'm aware of. If I have, I'm not aware of it. And if I have, it would have been a JC guy.
Do you like his kind of style of communicating with people? He's pretty loud out there, and he's one guy you can always kind of hear his voice, and he likes to chirp at the offensive guys, and he keeps it kind of focused and fun, but he definitely kind of lets his voice be heard out there.
Well, he's done a really good job as far as becoming a more consistent, explosive player, and he's awfully hard to stop out there. So he's really done a good job.
When did you convert to being a fitted hat guy?
I didn't really. If it fits, I wear it. And this happened to fit. I didn't really search for it. It's just kind of in a pile. You know, it had a mesh back was probably the single biggest thing, and I've always liked the logo. My favorite logo is this, or the Coug head.
Have you always worn cargo shorts as a coach? Is that...
Yeah, so for the pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always have pockets. I don't understand those nylon shorts. You know, you jog around and your stuff flaps all over the place. I've never liked those.
How many pairs of cargo shorts do you have?
Difficult to say, because now it's gotten to where they'll give them to me, or Nike will say, "Here, check these ones out," type of thing.
Coach? Thanks, Coach.